I wanna kiss you all over. Oh, we're on. You gotta remind me. Hi. Pika, you're the executive producer. If we're rolling, it's 3, 2. And we are back with the golden age of DC Comics. 365 days where I take this beloved coffee table book given to me about 2 decades ago by one of my best friends. This has been surfing my coffee table ever since and has been a constant source of comic book shop style conversations, the kind I wish to recreate today here with you. Thank you so much for tuning in. Slancha, skol, salud. Let me wet my whistle. We're going to talk comic books. The golden age of DC Comics runs between 1938 and 1955. The Silver Age from 1956 until 1970. The Bronze Age, I'm a Bronze Age baby myself, between 1970 and 1985. And the Copper Age begins in 1985. I get these standards and definitions from the most current edition of the Overstreet Comic Book Price Guide. It's a wealth of information, and the back has this really wonderful glossary, and it's an industry insider look at our beloved niche here, our genre, our subculture, whatever it is. While I'm putting some books under your nose, I got these 2 books to suggest to you, From Noob to Veteran. If this has flown under your radar, then stop, drop, and giggle. I am bringing you the gospel. This is Understanding Comics, The Invisible Art by Scott McCloud. This is How to Draw Comics the Marvel Way by Stan Lee and John Buscema. Both are interesting insider views looking out. Because often we are the outsider looking in to the comic book. And so it's about art history. It's about sequential art. It's about style. It's about photorealistic to cartoon. It's about storytelling techniques. And this is about form and about perspective and about assembling an image. I mean, this is just wonderful. I love the parts of perspective. Hopefully we never lose ours. Awesome. Thank you so much for tuning in. You are the most important part of this program. You are the most important ingredient in our recipe here. We're talking comic books every day for the rest of the year. We have a playlist. Check that out. Check out previous conversations. Keep the conversation going. Keep those comments coming. I mean, I'm just always delighted to read what everyone says. I'm using this book for its intended purpose. It's a 365 days book. We're going to open up to today's date, which is October the 24th. We are going to look at some comic book art from an antediluvian age. We are going to read the blurb, and then we're going to talk about comic books. So let's get to it. Let's crack this book open. It's like what Perseus said to his winged horse there. Let's get cracking. Oh, jeez, I didn't want to egg on anyone. Oh, are you yoking? Oh, boy, it's going to be a slow news day. I can see this coming a mile away. It's October the 24th. It's story and art by Sheldon Mayer from Sugar and Spike, April, May of 1956, right near the end, the finish line of the golden age of comic books. So let's check it out. Check out those Ben Ray dots. Check out, it's cartoony. It's 2 precocious kids getting into antics. Exactly. Like this. Put down that phone. Kids have been, You see children these days, obsessed with their parents' tablets as pacifiers. But also, children have always had this relationship with phones. And you know what? They're always going to be dropping your phone and cracking your screen. Yes, get an OtterBox or something protective for your tablet or phone. Do it! Alrighty, it's October 24th. Sheldon Mayer, who wanted nothing more than to write and draw comedy characters, such as the aspiring cartoonist Stribley, had somehow ended up as an editor at DC's sister company, All American. There, he supervised the advent and adventures of characters like The Flash, Green Lantern, Hawkman, and Wonder Woman. But he eventually quit so he could be a cartoonist, which is what I felt I should have been doing all along. Sugar and Spike, a cult classic about two toddlers with their own view of the world, began as the Golden Age ended and ran for 15 years. Yeah, and this is what replaced superheroes. Part of what replaced superheroes: horror, westerns, true crime, and kids fare. You know, kids bought comic books. You know what I mean? That was the demographic. They weren't aiming sales at aging, people, old enough to have jobs and make their own money. No, they were going after kids and their pocket money. Do kids even have pocket change these days? I mean, because pocket change just simply ain't what it used to be. So on slow news days like today, I like to do what I am now referring to: Tales from the Spinner Rack. Rack. That's the arena echo. That's right. Today I am showcasing a marvelous, all pun there. Let me just bring this up on my wiki. X-Men Teen Titans. Yeah, X-Men Teen Titans. That's the wiki. And this is probably my third copy of this book. Look at this beautiful Walter Simonson art. That is the Teen Titans. That is the Uncanny X-Men of my childhood. That is how Robin should look. Yes, that is Robin right there. That is the teen wonder Dick Grayson shortly before he becomes Nightwing. There is Wally West, Kid Flash. Look, there's Kitty Pryde and Gar. There's Wolverine. Height appropriate. He's 5'3" in the comic books. This is canonical. And this is actually the first appearance of the Source Wall. Let's get to it. The Uncanny X-Men and New Teen Titans is a crossover comic book published by Marvel Comics, which features two teams of superheroes: Marvel's The X-Men and DC Comics' The New Teen Titans. In 1982, the Uncanny X-Men and New Teen Titans shared several similarities. In addition to high popularity and strong sales, both were helmed by respected established writers, Chris Claremont and Marv Wolfman, respectively. Given the success of each title, DC and Marvel recognized the sales potential of a jointly published crossover, with X-Men writer Chris Claremont scripting the story and Walter Simonson and Terry Austin providing the art. The comic was lettered by X-Men legend letterer Tom Orchowski and edited by Louise Jones. Yeah, who is Louise Simonson. Yep. And and it just starts in some shared universe. This is like some great concept, because we begin on some Earth where the Teen Titans and the Uncanny X-Men are on some kind of unified Marvel DC Earth that doesn't exist in any other multiverse. But we start with Apocalypse. Apocalypse Now. Look at this wonderful, awesome Walter Simonson art. I love this Walter Simonson art. Love it. And in this world, see, Kitty Pryde's having nightmares of Darkseid. And Darkseid's trying to find the Dark Phoenix, so they can, become this, powerhouse of an evil super team. This is just some classic. If anyone ever asks you who is Deathstroke's hero, who's the hero that Deathstroke should be playing off against, who is Robin or Nightwing's greatest adversary, it's Deathstroke, the Terminator. Yeah, it's Slade Wilson. And this is just a great comic book. And look, Corey kissing Dick. Isn't that great? I mean, aw. This is a great comic book. I had this when I was a kid, and this is probably the third copy of it. I got a pretty inexpensive copy of this. Just a reading copy. This is not slabbable. It's not, it is what it is. It's just, I just wanted it for my spinner rack because it looks nice, and I love this story. I love this art. This is a superhero comic book. There's nothing much to it. We're telling an adventure tale with two teams from two different publishers, and it's all you need is some imagination and some love of these characters. I mean, a little cheeky there, hey Corey. But yeah, this is there's Robin saving Kitty Pryde, huh? Isn't that cute? Isn't that nice? Look, isn't that a great fight? Like, we talk about this in comic books. This is a comic shop conversation. Who would win in a fight? DC's Deathstroke, the Terminator, or Marvel's Wolverine? Interesting. Gets broken up by Cyclops, who takes him out from afar with his optic blasts. But yeah, this is just, a comic book for comic book's sake. At the end, everyone's hanging out and having a party. They're having a barbecue. Maybe even Kitty Pryde's going to be smooching on Gar a little later. I think, if Peter doesn't like it, Peter Rasputin doesn't get jealous. But yeah, I mean, this is a great comic book, and yeah, get your own copy. This costs. Let me just check this out real quick as well. I use the CPI. The CPI inflation calculator at the U.S. Bureau of Labor Statistics. So $2 in when did this come out? X-Men. Titans. Yeah, this came out. And it just says 1982. It doesn't even have a date. It doesn't have a... Okay, so I'll just say March of 19... So this would be $6.28 today. That's actually almost kind of comparable to today's prices, but there are no ads in this book. This is a extra thick book. This is definitely a special. It's DC and Marvel presents. Marvel and DC presents, featuring the Uncanny X-Men and New Teen Titans, published by Marvel Comics Group and DC Comics Incorporated. Yeah, 1982. Yeah, so this would be $6.28 today at the cover price. But yeah, look at that. A $2 cover price in 1982 was wow, this was expensive, but it was worth it because, there was always a copy on the shelves to look at the comic book store because of the cover price was a little bit out of reach for most kids. But if you wanted to sacrifice, if you too could get one comic book for the price of 4 or 5. Like, seriously. And but it was worth it because this is a great comic book. And and that's my Tales from the Spinner Rack this week. Thank you so much for tuning in. We've been talking about comic books, and we're going to talk about comic books every day for the rest of the year. So tune in tomorrow, 3 p.m. U.S. Eastern, and we'll find out who we're talking about when we turn the page tomorrow. Please like and subscribe. I would love to earn your subscription. We make daily content here. We make regular content as well. Cooking, spirituality, comic books, horror movies for the month of October, pointing out planets in the early morning clear skies, and just general hijinks. So come aboard. All are welcome here. Thank you so very much. God bless. Namaste. Good luck. And we will see you again tomorrow in those funny pages. Bye-bye.